Hey guys, so many things have happened in my life since the last time I uploaded a video. For one, I've won. I moved back home, and it has been an absolute journey. I never thought that I would be back in Andrews. I told myself I was never coming back here. I was living in Rock Hill. I was living my best life, and sis was just not trying to live her life in Andrews. But God has a way of making things happen, and I'm actually glad that he did, because since I've been back home, I've been able to reconnect with old friends. Me and my best friend, my sister, my dog, my everything, Mama Fisher Girl, we have started a mentorship program called You Grow Girl, and it is growing, girl. So we out here, we grinding, we glowing, we going, and we're growing every day, and I absolutely love it. Speaking of growth, I turned 26 since the last time you guys have seen me. And for my 26th birthday, I decided that I was going to reflect on year 25. 25 represents the year of grace for me, and that's what 25 means in Hebrew. I told myself that I was going to do everything God called me to do, and that didn't actually happen. I went through a whole lot in year 25, and I can't say it was everything that God wanted me to go through or the enemy attacking me, because some of those things were just decisions that I decided to make. So it has brought me to this point where I want to talk about the 25 things that 25 taught me, and I hope that one of these 25 things helps somebody. I'm going to try to get through them quickly. This might be a little lengthy, so keep watching if you want to watch, but if not, number 1, everyone won't like you. For some reason, I be thinking people like me, and the whole time people don't like me. Like, I know what I did to the people, and honestly, I have learned that you ain't gotta do nothing to them. You just being you is enough. And your light is a little too much, and it becomes agitating, and now you're aggravating and irritating, and your spirit bothers them. Personal problem for them, not you. Number 2, every smiling face doesn't mean you will. Child, listen. Number 3, and I really had to learn this, and it was one of the most painful lessons that I had to learn at 25. If you're making everybody happy, then somebody isn't happy, and 9 times out of 10, that someone is you. I had been going through it in 25 because I want everybody to be happy. So I'm making decisions based off of democracy instead of allowing the one who is dictator over my life to lead me and be my master. I'm being pulled in different directions by different people because I want everybody to be happy, and lo and behold, I'm forsaking and neglecting my happiness. So you know what I had to do? Peace up, A-Town down. What we not finna do is the Number 4, you'll never be too much for the people or person who can't get enough of you. I have heard you extra, you too much, you be doing too much all my life. Literally all my life. And it took 25 years to say no. It's not that I'm too much. You're not enough. It's not that I'm too much. It's just that you can't handle me. But baby girl, baby boy, the person that's right for me will never say that I'm too much. You're too much for the people who can't handle you. And it says a lot about their strength. It says a lot about their capacity for greatness. I'm too great. That's my superpower. You can't handle that? Oh. Sorry, not sorry. 5, a genuine request to the right person will be fulfilled with the right attitude. When you actually need help, when you actually need somebody to be there, when you're literally asking for something from someone because you know for a fact that they can do it and you can't do it yourself, and it turns to an attitude, or they want to rant on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, but not talk to you, not the right person. because you don't got the right attitude behind what it is that you're supposed to be doing for me. That could have been conveyed in another way, but since you want to have an attitude about it, I appreciate that. I appreciate that attitude. Thank you. Number 6. Sometimes you'll find yourself in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes in the middle of nowhere, you'll find yourself. I was lost for just OTT. I didn't understand where I was going. I didn't understand what I was doing, and I literally felt like I was losing my mind. And not to say that I thought I was going to be psychotic, not to say that I was suicidal, none of that. I just knew that I was off balance. I was not centered, and I had gotten off track. And I had to tell myself, or I had to come to terms with that and get back to where I needed to be, because I know that where I was unfamiliar. And I know we have to get out of our comfort zones to get to where God has called us to be. But no, like sometimes you just leave the 99 and you just go on wondering about your life. Like, but no, God leaves the 99 to chase the one. And I'm so glad that he chased me. And though I'm not where I want to be, God is still working on me. And I'm good. I'm good with it. I'm so good with it. Number 7, a little poison can kill you. I know we meet people and we're like, they are perfect. They are so perfect. The only thing is, they don't go to church like that. But we can fix that. No, they're perfect. Everything's perfect about them except she don't believe in God like that. But I'm gonna help her get saved. Listen to me. Those toxic traits that you see at the beginning, that's poison. Those toxic traits that you think that you can change, you are not an antidote. You are not the medicine. You cannot fix what's broken inside of a person, especially when they refuse to acknowledge that it's broken. And if somebody gave you something to drink and they said, oh, I just dropped a little bit of rattlesnake poison in it, but you can drink it because it ain't nothing but a drop, would you drink it? No. You know the effects of poison. So you know the long-term effects of that toxic attribute on that person. Are you going to continue to drink from that fountain? Are you going to continue to believe that you are powerful enough to change that person? You're not. You could be an influence, but you are not ever going to have the power enough to change the potency inside of a person. So know that prayer can change things. Prayer can, but not you by yourself. Prayer could change a person, but a person can't change a person, okay? Only God can do that. Number 8, breathe. I gotta find a job. I gotta get out of my house. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Oh, they're gonna talk about me. They're gonna blah, 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 blah. Listen, child, just breathe. 9, pride will break you down, but it will never build you up. Pride will make you miss out on the lessons that pain is trying to teach you. Because you will always constantly tell yourself, I'm good. You will constantly tell yourself, I don't need anybody. You will constantly tell yourself, well, they ain't checking on me before, so ain't a reason to check on me now. Don't be afraid. Number 10, if they wanted to, they would have. Stop making excuses for people. Period. Period. I hear it. Period. 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 Number 11, and this was a tough lesson for me to learn, guys. This is the lesson, and I'm going to read it because it's like really long. Compromising for company will cause you to compromise to keep company. And if it was good company, you wouldn't have to compromise. Company worth keeping won't have you compromising your character. Listen. This year, I realized that every person that I ever came in contact with always labeled me as a church girl. I was a church girl. I was a Christian. I was goody two shoes. I was the person that they couldn't talk to because I was going to bring up Jesus, and don't nobody feel like talking about Jesus right now, Shawana. So guess what Shawana did? Remain silent about the good Lord and all that he could do, because I wanted people around me that wanted me to dim my light so that they could feel comfortable about what it was that was coming out of my mouth. But I had to learn that when I have to compromise my word, I have to compromise his word, and I have to compromise my character to have company that ain't the company that I need around, boo. If I'm too much, if Jesus too much for you, oh, let me help you to the door. Now, I'ma pray for you. But as far as us being friends and you coming into my home, into my heart with that type of spirit, where are you going? Who are you going to be friends with? Because she, I, me is not the one or the two. I cannot do it. I shall not. I refuse to compromise for any company, because any company that got me compromising my character ain't company that I need around. And that's just it. This is 12. It's okay to be great. Don't conform to make them comfortable. Goes along with number 11. Number 13. Your absence makes a difference because your presence makes an impact. I doubted who I was at 25. I doubted the impact that I made. I doubted that people were getting it, because when you are working with people and about your Father's business, it can become very discouraging, because people have so much to say about who you are, about what you do, and it's sometimes you bypass the 100 positive comments that you've heard about you, and you hear one negative out of the 100 positive, and suddenly start to doubt who you are. Suddenly start to doubt your voice. Suddenly start to doubt the power of your presence and the power of the purpose that God has placed on the inside of you. I doubted her, but it taught me to understand that my presence matters. My words matter. God has placed something on the inside of me. He's made a promise that I have to fulfill, and I will. Number 15, 13. I know where we are. Your voice matters. 15. As reckless as you are, his love is more relentless. He'll never not pursue you. He left the 99 to chase the one. Whew, I thought I messed up, child. But I'm not powerful enough. You're not powerful enough. We are not powerful enough to mess up what God wants to do in our lives. Number 16. You are worthy of the same love that you give to others. Stop counting yourself out. Stop making it seem like, oh, why me? Why not you? Ask yourself that question. Why not me? I'm talking about goals. I can be goals. Why not me? Number 17. Y'all, I have no clue where we are. Number 17. You are allowed to change your mind at any given time, at any given moment. You can stop making mistakes and stop allowing disrespect from other people. You can stop allowing people to trample over you just because y'all been friends for X amount of years, just because y'all been together for X amount of years, just because y'all have been acquaintance, associates, and you worked at that job forever. You know what? This isn't working for me. I'm out. Don't feel like you're stuck and obligated to be anywhere that does not edify your spirit and does not serve a purpose any longer in your life. Your season is up. Your time is up. If you keep milk past the expiration date, it's only going to be bad. What once was good is no longer good, and it is now bad. And if I drink from it, it's only going to make me feel terrible. I don't want it. I no longer want to play this game. I'm out. And be out, sis. Number 18. No. That's a complete sentence. If I had to tell you no, I mean no. Ain't no going back and forth with you. That's it. That's all. 19. You are what you eat. And you know, we've heard that saying as far as our physical selves, but this definitely refers to your spiritual being as far as ratchet TV, ratchet music, hood music. And listen, let me tell you something. I like trap music. I do. But you have to eat certain things in moderation. And sometimes some people's spirit can't handle it at all, period. I know that I can't listen to too much Moneybagg Yo, because then I start to believe that I am him. Tokyo Jets, definitely be thinking of her sometimes. I don't have none of the drama that she be going on in her life. But I listen too much of her, and all of a sudden I think that I am her. That's not how life works. That's not what God wants for us. So moderation, people. If you gonna eat sweets, you have to eat it in moderation so you don't get cavities. So the same goes for your life and the ratchet things that you put inside of you, because what you pour into you is going to come out of you. And it might come out on the wrong people. It might come out in the wrong way. And you could then kill your witness, or you can lead people astray by what you allow to come out of you because of the things that you've been putting on the inside of you. So know that you are what you eat, and be mindful of what it is that you are eating. You eat not just through your mouth, but through your eyes, by what you see, by what you hear. Guard your gateways. Guard your gateways. Number 20, broken crayons still color. You might feel like, I have no more purpose. There's no more life in me. There's no more light in me. But just because you are in pieces does not mean that you are not still purpose. God got you. And you still work. You still have a purpose, and He still has a plan. 21. You can only pour out what you put in. Don't starve yourself. 22. Starve your flesh, feed your spirit. 23. What God has for you will always be for you and you alone. You don't gotta compete. You don't gotta compare. You don't gotta criticize. You don't gotta go out of your way to make a person feel less than because you don't have what it is that they have yet. If you don't got it yet, but it's in the desires of your heart and it aligns with His will, He's working that thing out. Wait a minute, He's already worked it out, but He's waiting for you to get some things together. So don't feel like you gotta compete with somebody, compare yourself to somebody. Let God work whatever it is out for you, so that when you obtain what it is that He has for you, you can also sustain it, and it won't be temporary. Your blessing won't be temporary, but it can be eternal. Next, putting the fun in dysfunction is only enjoyable but for a little while. It's a temporary feeling. It's real fun dealing with a thug. No, I'm not supposed to be dealing with this boy, but it's fun. It gives me an adrenaline rush. I'm on the edge. I like it. I think I like him. We're gonna get married, and God's gonna bless this mess. But God don't dabble in no mess. I done heard Sarah Jakes Roberts say that. That's my girl. When you could be being intentional, you're going to be deciding to put the fun in dysfunction. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. 24. Don't trust the sign that you prayed for. Trust the one that you never saw coming. Quick little tangent. Before I moved back home, I was praying to God. I had two options. I could have moved to Pittsburgh with my aunt, or I could have moved back home with my mom. And I really did not want to move back home because I come from a very small town. It is nothing here. Nothing to do here. There's no Chick-fil-A. To Walmart is 20 minutes away from me. It's just too much. Like, I don't want to be here. Right? So I'm praying to God, and I'm like, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Show me a sign. Give me a sign. So I was going to Columbia from Rock Hill. Y'all, I'm going to meet one of my friends. I have already planned out that we are getting massages. We are just going to have a great day. We already planned our day, right? Please tell me why I get into an accident. Some lady hits me on the side. My son was not in the car with me, thank God, because she hit right on the side that he sits on. And my car wasn't damaged to the point where it had to be totaled, even though it was totaled. It was just sad. It was literally like a small bump, and the dent is still in my car to this day. But I get into this accident. This lady hits me in the side. It was a small dent, but I could not drive my car anymore, so they had to tow my car to my hometown. My dad got to it. Insurance people basically claimed it as a total loss. This lady insurance paid for a rental, but it was only for a week. I had to get back and forth to work. Nobody else was living in Rock Hill with me, but like a few of my friendly members. I'm going to say friendly members because they're kind of like family members, but they're friendly members. You get what I'm trying to say. Anywho, they had their own obligations. I could not use their car. So at that point, I knew I was going to have to move home. I had prayed for a sign for me to move to Pittsburgh. Never saw this sign of me having to move back to Andrews coming. But I knew that it was confirmation from God that I had to go back to my hometown, and I did not.
Did not.
want to move back to Andrews. Period. But God had it all in the plans, because since I moved back home, I've been on the go. Women's Empowerment Conference from Women Who Win. You Grow Girl mentorship program started at our middle school. I've been able to coach cheerleading for the rec, and I am prayerfully going to be coaching cheerleading for my high school. Put a prayer up to the air, fingers crossed that happens. All those things. So God allowed great things to happen. I've had much support from my son. It's just a whole lot. So I'm glad that God allowed that to happen. But that just coincides with, do not trust the sign that you prayed for. Trust the one that you never saw coming. And at that point, I was like, yep, you want me to go back home? All right, God, I heard you. I got you, bro. And number 25, distractions will delay you from getting to your destiny. I'm not saying that it's going to keep you from getting to your destiny. It just means that it's going to take you longer to get there. Distractions are a detour. Now, no matter where we detour, God is always there, because He said, if you ascend to the highest heavens, I'm there. If you make your bed in hell, I am there. God is always there with us. However, it's going to take you longer to get to where you need to be, when all you got to do is trust me and stop being disobedient, but obey my word. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Whatever you got to sacrifice in order to succeed and get to the platform that I have for you, make your way there, sis. Do what you need to do, sis. That's it. That's all. And a bonus one. The time is now. Y'all, it's time out for us waiting for other people to give us the validation that we need to carry out the purpose that God already placed on the inside of us. It's time out for that. It's time out for being afraid of what people are going to say if we pursue our purpose, when before God even formed us in our mother's womb, He chose us. Before people even had an opinion about us, God had a purpose for us. And you think we should just allow people to cancel out what God says about us? I think not. God said, don't grow weary in well doing, for in due season you shall reap a harvest. We can't get tired of doing His will. We can't get tired of speaking His name. We can't get tired of being transparent, being hot, being honest, being open, and being transparent. We cannot get tired. Yes, it is really annoying sometimes working and trying to serve people, because people will make you want to slap all the hate out their voice, because they be hating. They will. And I'm just being honest. I'm being real. God know me. He know my mouth. He know the way I think. Serving people, it gets to be a little tiresome, but the time is now to do what God has told you to do, because you're going to look up one day and be sad that somebody else is doing exactly what God called you to do, because you decided, I don't want to, because of people. People ain't got a heaven or hell to put you in. My mom used to always say that. So you sit there listening and worrying about people. People living their life. People out here doing what they need to do to get where they want to be. And it might not even be with God, but they're willing to take them risks. They're willing to take them chances. They're willing to get ridiculed. They're willing to be persecuted, because they know what they want. And as Christians and as believers and people who say we're about our Father's business, but too scared to pursue our own businesses and our own degrees and our own anything because of what people are going to say, because of an opinion. What? Opinion. Girl, boy, boo. Get out there, because God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Because y'all talked about Jesus, so I know y'all going to talk about me. But God, guess what? God got me covered. He's got you covered. The same way He had Jesus covered when they talked about Him. They ridiculed Him. They beat Him. You think Jesus had one go up on that cross? No. That man cried tears of blood. At the end of the day, the time is now to not only walk in your purpose, but live in your truth. I had to go through all those things, those 25 things. I had to go through hard teachings to learn those lessons, but I learned them. And I'm living it out. I lived through it, I go through it, I grew through it, and I'm glowing up now. So guys, I really hope that at least one out of these 25 lessons help you become a better you, help you walk away from things, walk away from people, not even just walk away, but enhance your walk and journey to the best version of you, because we are all growing, we are all glowing, we are all going to go through some things, but make sure that what we go through, what we get on through, and don't go back to that, because we don't need to be repeating lessons, because if we're repeating lessons, then we're constantly repeating cycles. And where's the growth in that? There is none. 25 has taught me 25 things, and I even gave you a bonus 26 things. So y'all like, share, comment on this video, and make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm back with more content and with more videos more frequently. So get excited, stay tuned, and thank you all again for watching. This has been Shawana Speaks, and I'm signing off.